Hi, I'm Emily, and I'd like to talk to you about my experiences in higher learning. Well, at the beginning, when I was starting out in secondary school, it was still quite difficult for me because I'm still learning how to cope with my learning difficulties. At the beginning, it was tough, but after a while, with the help of my DAS teacher, I was able to pick up new skills and cope better because I finally knew how I was able to learn. And being able to identify what fits your needs best and what is your learning needs, you are then able to excel. I was able to bring these learning strategies into poly. And on top of that, in poly, I was learning things that I was passionate about. So this gave me an upper hand because I was then able to have this passion to learn, passion to understand and learn more. So together, hand in hand, passion plus learning strategies equals to excelling academically and mentally as well. The challenges that I had in poly were actually reading all the difficult and big medical words. I think reading it firstly is difficult, but spelling it and using it correctly was even harder for me. Well, poly has a different learning environment because now you're not just all book smarts. It comes with practical handiworks, As a nurse, you need to be able to be good practically as well as good with your knowledge. Having that critical thinking skills is important, but so is being good with your hands. So I'm a very much visual learner, so that was great because I was able to learn and feel and do things rather than just reading it from a book. So that for me gave me the upper hand as well because it was in a way working with my strengths. So during my university interview, there was this interviewer who said, "Oh, you have dyslexia? How do you read then? Are you able to not make medication errors because the medicine is so small?" Well, my answer to that was, yes, I am able to read. I'm able to understand, but because I do know that sometimes I may make mistakes like everybody else, it then makes me more aware to be careful in the future, to be more observant and precise when I do things. Although there are challenges that I may face, but I've overcome it before, and I know the strategies on how to overcome this problem. So it becomes more, in a way, obvious, and I'm more aware about these things. So yes, out of my 3 years in poly, I've never made a medication error. And if you're worried that I'm unable to read the long research papers, I've actually won an award during the research symposium because I was able to present such a, in-depth research study. So after that, the interviewer took a step back and be like, "Oh, I did not mean to discriminate against you. I did not know that a dyslexic person can be so capable to be so smart. But you see, at the end of the day, it's in our power to correct those who have these misconceptions. To then be like, hey, this is not right. That is a myth. Let me tell you what happens in reality." So yes, we need to be advocates for others and to educate the public because I think a lot of these times it's misconceptions that we need to address. As I moved into university, I matured And I knew that I was able or had the power to seek help if I needed help. I think a lot of the times people forget that they are not alone in this. Like I said before, your teachers are there to help you, but they don't know that you need help if you don't voice it out first. So in university, I was very vocal about it. Yes, I studied really hard by myself, but I was also able to craft questions to then ask my teacher during the lessons, during lectures. In a way, I feel that as students, we are not able to get there by ourselves. We need the support and encouragement for our teachers, because at times, to be very honest, this difficulty was a little bit too much for me to handle. But if it weren't for my teachers who were so inspiring and encouraging, I wouldn't have made it this far. Truly, looking back, it's kind of funny. In primary school, I always felt like I wouldn't be able to make it past secondary school. But look where I am now. I passed secondary school, I passed poly, and I even I even graduated with a distinction of honors in nursing. What were the possibilities? And I feel like I wouldn't be able to do it without my teachers, my family's support, who believed in me before I believed in myself. So knowing that you have the power within you to inspire these younger kids, just do it. Because at the end of the day, you're not just touching one life, you're touching many children's lives. So I think it's very important for you to just be confident in yourself. Believe that you are greater than what you think. Because I did, and so will you.